Oh, this is from Netflix.
I rented that movie, Pride, recently. Have you guys seen that movie?
Oh, no, this is not as recent.
The first all-black swim team and the difficulties they had to go through being the first all-black swim team. Let me ask you a question. How many of those white people are evil movies are they gonna make? It's like, it's all the way down to swimming. You know? I'm starting to run out of white guilt, you know? No, it's like those movies. They started off unbelievable. Started off with Roots, right? White guilt was at an all-time high. I could barely even watch it. I'm like, dude, I got it. My ancestors are evil, okay? Please turn the channel, dude. Please turn the channel. They're still hitting them. Fuck, turn the channel. This is gonna be on all week. Jesus Christ, turn the channel. Then in the 80s, there was like a football movie. Then like Cuba Gooding wanted to be like a scuba diver. Remember that shit? And now...
Wait, that was a good-ass movie.
All the way down to swimming, and I gotta admit, I don't think I give a fuck. You know? I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's a recreational activity. Plus, I've been in pools, there's been black people in the pool, you know? I never saw any white guy like trying to like fucking like prevent people from getting into the pool. It's like, are they just like making this shit up? I'm not being a dick here either, okay? Just to clarify, you know, I just don't want anybody coming up to me after the show like, you know, I was thinking it, and then you fucking said it, and then... I'm not saying that I don't think black people should be allowed to put on some Speedos and go for a dip. I'm not saying that shit. I'm just saying these movies, like the characters aren't even believable. Like they always have to have like that, the over-the-top, uninhibited white racist character, you know? You know that guy, he's a guy like, he's supposed to represent all the white evil, you know? He's like the dude they always have like screaming during the movie trailer. They'd be like, they were the first all-black swim team. Get out of the pool! He's got like a big vein in his forehead. He's just screaming shit, not even looking around, you know? Dude, it's ridiculous. Real racism is quiet. It's subtle. People look around first. They make sure they make sure the coast is clear. There's disclaimers like, dude, you know I'm not racist, but these insert group name followed by fucked up conversation, right? That's how it goes down. It's not just some guy just standing up there. There's Negroes in the pool. Do you approve of this? I work at the bank. Can I be fired immediately, please? I'm just saying, can you just make the shit like believable? You know what the honest thing is those movies, they're starting to give me a complex. You know, because anytime they do a movie about a group of people that thinks dumb shit about another group of people, it's always like white dudes. So it's...
By the way, if you're mad at that take, you literally don't understand what he said. What he's saying is like real racism is way worse than the way that they fucking present it as like the over-the-top KKK guy. And like that's it is hidden. Like it's a part of our fucking culture as a consequence of that, and they don't really show it. It's like the silent racism. So it's unironically a more SJW fucking take than half the people in the chat crying about like the original take he had about I'm tired of white guilt or whatever. Stop saying explaining jokes we know, because there are people who are like, oh my god, cancel him, fuck him.
It's like, are white dudes the only ones who think ignorant shit about other people, you know? No Mexican guy ever walked up to somebody from India like, dude, what the fuck is that? Is that like itchy? Does that bug you? What is it? White dudes the only ones walking around. Why, you guys don't eat cows? What are you, a bunch of fags? Well, then why are you wearing sandals? This guy's wearing sandals. This guy's a fag. No, I'm just saying, you know? Just balance the movie.
What year is this from? There's no way it's from 2017. It's even older than that. Why are you guys saying who linked this? Chill the fuck out, dude. It's...
His name is Hasan.
I feel like everyone... Okay. Everyone does this thing. And this is something that unironically tilts me. Where everyone who has fucking been on the internet since like 2012 act like there was nothing before 2012. Like, where are you coming from? Like, are you insane? People used to drop this shit all the time. Like, people used to drop F-bombs. It is a relatively new thing. I'm glad that the language is cleaned up since then, But when you're watching something from like fucking 2010 or 2012 or whatever, it's not from 2017. This is a much older one. And even if you watch something that's new where people say the F word when they're literally portraying a fucking character that's supposed to be bad, you act like this is the most shocking thing. I don't understand. Half the fucking chat literally used to use that word, probably even later than this person. But now that you're above it and no one knows if you used to do it because you have anonymity, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe he said it. Yeah, it's bad. Of course. Of course it's bad that he's saying it. But don't fucking act like it's so shocking that like 10 years ago you were laughing your fucking ass off at this shit. It's from 2008. It's so funny, like, you know what I do sometimes? I'll be honest with you. And this is some weird shit that I do. But I'm going to tell you anyway. Sometimes I like to go and look through people in my community's subreddit history, their user history. Just for myself. I never, like, use it against them. I never, like, bring it up. But sometimes when I see someone in my community, I'm like, I wonder what this fucking person was saying in 2016. Because I want to know. I know where I was in 2016. I know where I was in 2015, 2014, but I don't know where you were. And you know what my opinion is on this. Like, if you grow and you learn from your past mistakes and you grow as a person and you no longer do the shit that you used to do, then it's not, then you're all good with me. I'm very open about this. I'm very honest about this. I tell you all the time. And like, the people that have grown, and it makes me happy to see how much people have grown from like the fucking shit takes they have. But like, when you're a fucking Sargon of Akkad fan who like literally drops the N-word with a hard R all the way back in like 2016, and then you turn into a much nicer person who is no longer doing any of that shit and looks back at that and is like a little embarrassed, like, I'm not ever gonna fucking make fun of you for that. Okay, maybe a little bit. Maybe I'll make fun of you. I'll make fun of myself for dumb shit that I've said in the past as well. But don't fucking turn around and be like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. How do you defend this? How do you defend this? Like, bitch, it's fucking 10-year-old comedy. Like, what the fuck were you doing 10 years ago? People grow. Their opinions change.
Movies out a little bit. Like, just have some of the evil shit that black people say about white people, you know, when we're not around, you know? Like, well, what are some good examples, you know? Like, you know what I mean? You're hanging out, you had a rough day, you know? What are some of the classics? You know, what smell like wet dogs, right? You got headlights or something like that, right? Just slip some of that shit in there. Get out of the pool, wash your hair, motherfucker, right? And just make it seem a little more. Dude, I'm just saying, it's all the way down to swimming. I mean, where the fuck do you go from there? We do like ping pong? They were the first all-black ping pong team. They're gonna steal the.
But it's not like he was 19 and growing up. He's like 40. Do you think he's changed in the last 12 years and shown growth? Genuinely asking. I mean, we literally saw a fucking clip from him when he was. We saw a clip from him from 2016. And we know for a fact that his opinion has changed since 2016. And he was like fucking 58 at that point. So, yeah, you absolutely can. Especially when you're... It's not like we're talking about like Donald Trump, who's not only 72, but like also benefiting greatly from whatever the fuck he's talking about. Yeah, I'm ruining the jokes by pausing. And it's not like that's his character. That's the character that he is creating in his bit.
Paddles. Denzel Washington.
You guys are such simps. You'll defend anything he says. I mean, I am. I'm openly a Bill Burr simp, and I don't agree with everything he fucking says. And there are certainly things that he says when he's out of touch, and I think that I call it out when he's out of touch. When I say he's a fucking boomer. But I don't know. Was he married back then? Like, I also think 99% of chat doesn't even know his wife is black. Yeah. And by the way, that doesn't absolve you. Like, you could still be a gigantic racist just because you like married a black woman. Doesn't change that reality. Just like even being black in a lot of instances if you're like a fucking black conservative or like a professional Republican pundit that also happens to be black, like that doesn't change the fact that you could still be a beneficiary, or not a beneficiary, but like a purveyor and a perpetrator of white supremacy. But the difference is, like, Bill Burr absolutely, demonstrably, very openly has learned from and has broadened his perspective from his experiences with his wife, who is not just like perpetuator. Did I say perpetrator? Perpetuator. Like, don't do the fucking his wife is black, so he can't be racist shit. That's dumb as fuck. But also simultaneously, having said that, if you listen to any of his bits, like, he talks about this all the time. If I'm remembering correctly, he wasn't dating Nia at the time. So that could be, chat is somehow filled with the cancel culture sad people you mentioned earlier. Okay, I accept that, but I still don't think he's really very funny. Well, I do. Maybe it's because of my privilege. I don't know. It could be. How can a black person be racist? I don't know. Just think about it a little bit, okay? There's plenty of evidence throughout history of black people
His name
perpetuating
is Hasan.
white supremacy.
Pong. They were the first all-black ping pong team. They're gonna steal the paddles. Denzel Washington. My daughter's not playing ping pong. You got to go out there and show the white man you're bad, ping pong. No, I'm not saying, I don't know, it's always just weird bringing this shit up, but no, I'm not saying white people aren't evil either, because I know we're evil. I got that evil in me. I do, that's why I can feel it. That's why I try to suppress it. I try to dress casual, you know what I mean? I'm serious, man. I tried a suit on the other day. I felt it coming up. Like, fuck, man, I want to take over some shit, right? I want to start telling people what to do. I want to go pollute a lake, blame it on my secretary, you know? Dude, I don't even like those movies when they make black and white people get along, man. Even those ones seem ridiculous, you know? Because there always has to be, like, some sort of lesson in those movies. Just like, I never looked at it that way. And it's like, that never happens, you know? Anytime I've ever hung out with a black dude, at no point during the evening has he, like, tried to, like, teach me how to dance, you know? You know, that interracial footloose moment they always have to have in those movies? And I never go to his neighborhood and, like, try to, like, save a school, you know? How many times are they gonna make that movie? You know that movie? The white person goes into the projects. They just have to make a difference. You know, they just made that movie again with, what was it, Hillary Swank? It's like, did you even need to go see it? It's like, let me guess, she shows up and they don't accept her, right? And she goes home, she cries to her effeminate boyfriend who's wearing sweatpants and he's cooking something for some reason, right? And he convinces her to give it one more chance, right? So then she goes back down there, she starts drawing out their inner beauty. Next thing you know, they put a do-rag on her, she starts fucking dancing. And it's just embarrassing for all races involved. For the love of God, stop making that fucking movie.
Come on, dude. That's fucking incredible, dude. That's hilarious. How the fuck do you... Like, he's absolutely nailing fucking the both sides of white guilt in the way that, like, that's literally an SJW take. That's the most SJW take that you can fucking have. This made me fall in love with them. Bill Burr, white versus black athletes and Hitler.
People in the stands. I mean, that's just like what's entertainment for me now, you know? I like that Jimmy the Greek moment that happens in sports, you know? Like once every 4 or 5 years, you know that? Like some 50, 55-year-old white dude tries to explain why black people are kicking the shit out of white people in practically every major sport, you know? And it always goes down the same way, right? There's always like 3 white dudes, and the one white dude in the middle, he's always like the guy with like the theory. You know, he's always like, it seems these African-American athletes, they seem to have this quick twitch muscle fiber. You know, there's a slow twitch, and there's this quick twitch. And the second the dude says that, like the other 2 white dudes start like sliding out of frame, like, okay, this guy's getting fired, and I'm not gonna be part of this highlight. Nice knowing you, Ned. Keep that seat warm, right? Yeah. And the dude in the middle, he's just like hell-bent on getting fired. You know, he starts like bringing up slavery. And evidently they were breeding the strongest man with the strongest woman and that quick twitch. And literally 20 minutes later, that dude's on TV. He's like fired, right? He's crying. His family's standing there. He's got like a box of shit from his desk with like an Emmy sticking out. He's like, I don't know what I said. I was just talking about the quick twitch and the slow twitch. And I wasn't just trying to make a point. No, I love that. I love seeing people mess up their careers like that. It's just funny to me. Plus, I gotta admit, as a white dude, on some level, I have to believe in that theory, because it's like, are white dudes that bad at basketball? I can't even watch the NBA anymore, man. It's like every highlight, the white dude's like that, the black dude has like his nuts in his face. Fucking laugh! I'm just sitting at home like, for the love of God, tackle the guy. Jesus Christ, get out of the way. Do you ever get tired of those two nuts flying over your head? You know you're gonna be on SportsCenter. Just get out of the way. Dude, I'm telling you, there's gotta be something to that theory. I saw this show one time on runaway slaves. It was one of the most amazing programs I've ever seen in my life. Dude, when you ran away as a slave, you just didn't run to the end of the driveway and be like, fuck that job. Just start walking down the street. Dude, you had to like run through whole states. There's dogs chasing you, you're hurdling shit, you're swimming. Those were the first fucking triathletes. And there was nobody helping them out. There was no dude on the side of the road like, come on, man, 2 more states, you're in Ohio. Suck it up, you're looking good, looking good. Yeah, dude, you were on your own. Did any wonder? 250, 300 years of that shit, and then I'm gonna D you up in gym class? It ain't happening. I come from hundreds of years of alcoholics. I got like half a liver, you know what I mean? It's just... You know what's funny to me about that stuff? You can't even like, you know, I obviously know that theory's crazy, but it's just like, you can't even bring up how well black people are doing in sports. Everybody gets all weird about it, which I don't understand, because it's like a compliment, you know? Like, feel how weird it is right now. You know, I just brought that shit up. I'm saying something good, right? It's like I saw a coach get in trouble for that shit. Like, his team was like, oh,
Now you're average African, you, with this bit, have solidified that, like, every single fucking 12-month plus sub that I have in this community is gone now. Every single, like, predominantly white, like, college-educated, theory nerd, longtime community fan that I have, they're gone. Like, they're eradicated. This is like, they're like, this is it. I am forced to completely unsubscribe. This was the last draw, and this is disgusting, and I'm completely done with this. Goodbye. This community has gone off the rails.
Wet ass P word.
In the words of Donald Trump, I just lost the radical left.
win 6 or something. They just couldn't win. And every week the press was just getting on him more and more and more, right? And the dude, he was just like flustered. He had like a moment of honesty. They were like, why can't you guys win a game? He's like, oh, you know, I don't know, the offense isn't getting it done. You know, defense, you know, it's too slow and it just run out. Tell him, we got to get some more black guys in this team. But I'm telling you, it's just not. And immediately everybody's like, what? Everyone started freaking out like they had no idea what this dude was talking about. It's like, are you watching SportsCenter? Or do you see the Olympics? Like, I love the 100-meter dash, right? There's always like 9 black dudes and that one token white guy in like lane 8. And I'm just sitting there going, come on, man, one time. Just one time, just win the bronze, just do what you gotta do. And the white dude always stays with him till like the first turn, then he like fucking blows out his hammy. Those other 8 black dudes are like, where's that white dude the next Olympics? He's like up in the broadcast booth, his career's over. He's like a commentator. Yeah, it's gonna be a great race. Still can't feel my fucking toes, but I'm telling you. No, I don't get it. It's like a compliment. We're saying you're fast. That's a good thing, right? People start all freaking out. Oh, you're acting like that's all we can do. You're saying we can't be scientists. No, we're not. All we're saying is if there was a race to the microscopes, you fuckers would win. We're just saying that you're fast. You get there first. Your lab coat would be flapping in the wind. I get there like 3 minutes later, all cramped up. Are you looking at bacteria? No, you go first. You just go first. Jesus Christ. It was a Volvo. The guy ran by a Volvo in street shoes. I've never seen that before in my life. No, I get into those arguments all the time. All the time. Friends of mine will be like, well, how come anytime a black athlete does something, they say it's an athletic move? Anytime a white athlete does it, they say it's an intelligent move. And it's like, well, fair enough, man. It just depends on what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, if you read a defense, white or black, that's an intelligent move, right? But if you take off from the foul line, jump over 9 other dudes, and throw the shit down, those other 9 guys aren't standing there like, fuck, why didn't I think of that shit? Here I am dribbling around, guys. I think that's some superhero shit. Shit, like a cape flapping in the wind with a big S on your chest.
What did I
I'm telling you,
think of
man,
that?
that's the funny thing about Hitler. Just let me finish. Let me work my way. Let me work my way through this idea. No, that's my favorite sports clip is that Jesse Owens shit. I just love it because their whole angle was fucked up. He made Hitler leave in like the 3rd quarter, right? He's putting down his number 1 finger, just fucking walking out of the stadium. Jesus Christ. Their whole thing was like, we are going to create a superior race. It's like, dude, I think we accidentally already did that. Now we send a select group of people to the gym every day for a couple hundred years. It's paying dividends. They're fucking dunking on us every day. Dude, how quiet was that limo ride home with Hitler? You know what I'm saying? You know he was talking crazy shit when they were on the way there. They were all amped up. We are going to dominate, Sieg Heil, just going off. That whole ride home, they're just sitting there all quiet. You're sitting next to an even angrier than usual Adolf Hitler, trying to make some sort of small.
Someone in my chat literally did the classic, and I don't know if it's because they follow too much Dr. Umar or like Louis Farrakhan shit, or if they're literally just Nazis, but someone in the chat did that classic conspiracy of like, actually Hitler congratulated him, but the Americans didn't. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. That's not real. That's fucking absolutely fake news. Sorry, here.
That whole ride home, they're just sitting there all quiet. You're sitting next to an even angrier than usual Adolf Hitler, trying to make some sort of small talk, like, it is one nice day, isn't it? You know, nice boot.